What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Black Sails, Season 4, Episode number 4. And we've got a little purring kitty in Nikki's lap, if you're wondering what that sound is, if you could hear it.
He's loud.
But that was an absolute insane episode. The keel hauling, that's what you guys are calling it? That's what it's called? Yeah. Keel hauling?
It will keel.
It will keel. I mean, not right away, apparently, when you're dealing with Teach.
That's so, that makes me, sick.
It was one of those things where, after the episode and letting everything kind of digest and settle in, I've actually tried to think about a more brutal kind of scene. And there are a few, but there aren't many that compare to that. A lot of the ones that I was able to kind of come up with Punisher, like a few in Game of Thrones, or I don't know, there's a few. That was long. That wasn't like a quick thing where I'm dumping something on your head and you're like turning into gold or anything else crazy like that.
Or squishing your eyeballs.
Or that. That was a few minutes of a scene. And
in real time, probably.
Just when you realize what was happening and then they actually showed us what they were doing. Like, I didn't know the camera was going to go under the ship and show us him coming.
I mean, it's shot really well.
Oh, this show is incredibly shot.
You don't think about all the things that are stuck to the boat.
You've never had a boat or a ship before, yeah, you don't really know that. Like, I've seen some of that stuff, but not on a ship like that.
No, like barnacles and...
That stuff's probably been building for years.
Yeah, nothing that sits in the water on a regular basis, like...
I haven't noticed if there's, like, a pirate whose job is to go under and clean the boats. But, like, scraping that stuff off. But yeah. I don't think so. And just the idea of him doing that, not even just once, but 3 times and surviving. Like, he saved everyone's life. In that moment, he saved all of their lives because...
I think he knew that.
Yeah.
He knew that.
He kind of gave, Woodes Rogers a little smile, even though his face was completely destroyed. But it was just...
Dude, he didn't have any lips anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it was absolutely one of the most brutal things we've ever seen in a show.
Like, how do you hold your breath when you're so... Like, there's so much trauma to your body?
Yeah, I mean, not even just having your body scraped under, but I don't know how... Like, it was a long time underwater. 3 different times while you're basically dying. Like, Blackbeard, icon, legend, pirate. Like, that shit was insane. And if he didn't do that, if it only took that one time, which I'm sure it takes most normal people, just one time, you're dead. He was going to go one by one. And we got a true sign of who Woodes Rogers is. This dude is a savage. This book that kind of became a center of attention for a little while. And Jack being like, oh, I know you. He's like, I left stuff out of my book on purpose.
Yeah.
We now know exactly what he was talking about because he told us a story. Him and Berenger were having a conversation, and I didn't actually make the comment during the reaction, but in my head, that scene was shot in such an eerie way with music, but like they had the nooses behind them, like the whole setup behind them. And he was just telling the story about how he basically took out an entire crew for killing his brother, but left one alive to tell the tale. Yeah. Which, I mean, that's just straight savage. I can't imagine how many more stories there are like that with this dude. But, like, his demeanor, the way he carries himself, you always kind of underestimate him to an extent. And, I mean, I'm going to continue to underestimate him because of how much I've seen our pirate crew go through and see how much they've done. We've experienced a little bit with Woodes Rogers, and that plan was really strong because obviously to the viewers it was pitched as like, oh, this is a getaway distraction mission. Right, yeah. Where in reality, that's not at all what this was.
No, this is a bait and switch.
Yeah, like they took a small ship, they went, they got tracked enough, stopped, got taken over, because they kind of know how procedures and how all that works. I was kind of wondering why they didn't just blow the whole thing to smithereens.
No, man, just blow it up and sink it.
They wanted to probably apprehend Woodes Rogers, I would imagine, and not blow him apart, maybe. Yeah. I don't know necessarily the reasoning behind it, but...
they should have just blew it up.
Yeah. Instead of, like, trying to board it and fight. But I mean, decisions. It all boils down to decision making, and that's the decision they made. But the original plan was, I go this way to distract. Eleanor goes this way to go see her grandparents to, go bring resources and maybe help save the whole situation. But that wasn't the plan.
I need your money.
That wasn't the plan at all. We kind of were like, oh, they're being kind of coy. Are they going to actually give up Eleanor? No, that's not what they were talking about.
I totally thought. I was like, yeah.
They were talking about the brutality of what Woodes Rogers was about to show us.
Yeah.
Which, whole nother level. That was just absolutely insane. But Captain Berenger obviously didn't make it. Let's give a hand of applause to Israel. Well, hand of applause.
Give him a hand.
A hand of applause to Israel Hand for taking that dude. Like, I thought maybe the way Berenger kind of talked, I thought he was kind of like a badass. But Israel kind of took him out like that. It wasn't really a fight at all.
One-handed.
He kind of kicked his butt, and then on display for everyone to watch, kind of slit his throat, let him die. He
handed him his own ass.
He did, yeah. Absolutely, he did. It's going to be really interesting now to see what happens, because this little fight broke out. Billy came and actually saved the day, which wasn't expecting
What's that
that.
about?
Yeah, wasn't expecting that, because it felt like he wasn't going to be there to support, but at the same time, I feel like it's almost one of those things where if Flint's going to go do that, I'm not going to let him kind of like get all the shine here. I'm going to come in and help, and then we're going to argue about who is responsible for everything playing out. But the way Long John Silver showed up on horseback, just kind of rolling into town the way that he did. That was just so epic. It was like goosebump inducing. Like this dude has gone on such an amazing journey from the moment we've met him to where he is literally in this moment. It's just been so wild, and feel like they've taken over Nassau. It feels like they've done what they needed to do, and now we've got Woodes Rogers with Jack and Anne coming back to Nassau. And
what in the hell? What in the hell?
It's time for some folks to die. I mean, now that Teach and Vane are dead, and I feel like Jack's 100% going to use that to their advantage and talk about the way Blackbeard went out and just like how he sacrificed. Yes. Like that was a like he could have just given up and died immediately probably, but that dude fought through that shit and saved an entire crew. And I mean, I don't know what Woodes Rogers has in store for them on their way back to Nassau. I'm sure he's not just going to let them just sit there and chill.
I don't. Oh my God.
I mean, this is going to be really interesting because now Woodes Rogers is going to be showing up to a Nassau that is kind of in revolt. It has kind of been taken over. Long John Silver's back. Flint's back. They've got this war broken out. And his top captain is now dead.
See what happens when you leave? You can never leave.
Yeah. Eleanor, she took a group of people to go hide.
Yeah.
So
at the fort.
Her little situation is going to be interesting to see how that plays out as well. I would still imagine Jack and Anne, well, maybe not so much Anne, but I still feel like Jack's going to want some revenge. And especially now, he's probably going to want even more revenge because
it needs to happen. Like, I need to see Woodes Rogers die.
And Eleanor's on that list too.
Oh, fuck yes.
But it's one of those things where Jack, as much as he admired Vane, I feel like he admired Blackbeard just as much. Because him and Anne had that conversation, called him brilliant. Like, he's brilliant. He may be like a brute and strong and great hand-to-hand combat, but he's brilliant.
Right.
And the way that he went out, I'm getting chills just talking about it. Like, it's crazy. Just the way that he went out, I feel like that's going to be such a massive motivator for everything in their cause. And yeah, I feel like things are going to go real badly for those who aren't pirates on Nassau. That's just kind of my thought. But again, I've underestimated Woodes Rogers every single step of the way. So we'll see where it goes. He might show up and just wipe everyone out. Who knows? But I'm excited to check out where this episode goes. You got anything else?
No.
Let's go. What the fuck?
We're not apart on this island. We cannot be apart. Many of you have got kin at the Underhill estate. A reminder of how our fates are bound together here.
Please fucking kill this guy. Please fucking kill this guy.
Mr. Underhill, his wife, and 9-year-old daughter were murdered in cold blood. What happened there is paid for here. Have you got something to say, Julius?
Please stop. Please stop. Please stop.
Oh, run, dude, run.
Bitch, you dying today, Eleanor.
Oh.
Get her, get her, get her.
Oh, shit.
Damn it.
Lucky that pistol
This
was
is the
loaded.
only time that I'm like, yeah, fucking kill Eleanor. No, not the only time. Many times. Needs to happen many times. How dare you kill Charles Vane and get away with it?
Where's Max? I thought I asked you to fetch her.
She's not here, ma'am. I sent two of my best men to retrieve her. Apparently, between there and here, they were unsuccessful.
Oh shit, he was carrying a head. He was carrying a head.
You will begin with men that you know and trust, and from there you will begin to reorganize your crews as quickly as possible.
Crews with no ships.
This is the only way there will be any semblance of order in the meantime.
There aren't going to be many men out there eager to take orders anytime soon.
You were chosen because I thought you were worthy to be the first Captain's Council of a restored Nassau. Do I need to reconsider?
Yeah, bitch, do ya?
You heard him.
Damn, dude. John Silver speaks and everyone listens.
Word.
It's an offer of an exchange. 20 of our men captured during the invasion and held in the fort. For Max.
20 men following orders would make a big difference out there.
I agree. Unfortunately, I don't think we have Max.
Right, grab some men. Set about fighting.
The hell?
Where is Billy? I couldn't say. I saw some of his men by the beach, but I assumed we were keeping our distance from them.
He's stolen the army that pledged its allegiance to us, not to mention the damage he's caused with our alliance to the slave communities on this island. There are 1,000 men out there who've been awaiting my arrival. They're now armed and angry, and I haven't yet said a word to them. If the first 5 are Billy Burns has crossed you, would you care to guess what happens next?
Oh, shit.
Go out there and put forth the word. If Billy isn't in this room within the hour, I promise him he will regret it.
Oh shit.
Dude. Long John Silver, let's go.
Shit.
This is so intense. But you see how they both kind of like confirmed each other's orders?
Yes.
Flint tried to give an order, and then John Silver's like, you heard him.
Yeah.
And then John Silver just gave an order, and Flint's like, you heard him.
They're a team. Which is nice. Together in one unit. And
I'm about to make haste to Nassau. I cannot afford to tow that sloop along. You will take her and sail for Port Royal, where you will deliver the prisoners in her hold to Governor Addison and his men. Do you understand? There are 42 pirates in the belly of that ship, and I can spare no more than a handful of men to see to her.
I want to be a part.
I understand you want to be a part of the fight that's coming. I understand you want retribution for Captain Beringer. Right now, the successful transfer of those prisoners is what I need from you.
oh my god, we gotta take over. We can't just go with it.
There's a fight soon to be underway in Nassau. Fight that we are entitled to be a part of. Fight that's been stolen from us. The way I see it, each one of you owes us a fight. Mr. Milton is here to collect.
Dude, Mr. Milton. God damn.
The big dude. What is Mr. Milton? He's gonna fight everybody? Like one-on-one?
I don't understand.
They were robbed of the fight at Nassau.
What's up, Billy?
Lest you think I've been avoiding you, we've had our hands full out there, trying to manage the transition.
I think we ought to discuss what it's a transition to.
Where would you like to begin?
What happened on that estate? Was the aftermath not what we feared?
Speak up, Billy. She's talking to you.
I don't think he wants to answer that question.
Fucking guy.
As it will be difficult to fully defend Nassau without the assistance of the slave communities of this island, as our relationship with those communities is likely severely damaged as a result of this. It will be critical that she proceed to the estate at once and attempt to repair that relationship to whatever extent is possible. Can we trust that you will guarantee she will be received there safely?
Of course we can. Of course Billy would never violate the trust I place in him as a brother.
Oh, shit.
As a friend, to allow harm to come to those closest to me. For if Billy were to do something as disloyal as that, he knows I'd stop at nothing to see that offense repaid against him.
I will see to it.
I should fucking hope so.
Ooh.
Is everyone feeling better? Now they've got that off their chests.
Not exactly. I mean, I don't feel that great. I don't feel...
I ask, as I'm wondering when would be a good time for us to talk about Max.
Where is she?
What about her? You don't think there's anything going on in Nassau right now that I don't know about, do you? I have her.
Oh.
That's Billy's leverage.
I am responsible for delivering all 42 of you to the law in Port Royal. Let me dispel that notion for you right away. It won't be happening.
Okay. What are you going to do with 42 people?
Token number I must actually deliver for appearance's sake.
Oh, fuck my life.
How many that is, I honestly couldn't say. Which of your men is going to be the first?
You. You're going to be the first, dude.
Fuck you. You choose. We'll start with your partner here.
Mr. Carver.
I'm assuming Mr. Carver is a good fighter, which is why Jack picked him.
God, I hope so. Get it done, Carver. Get it done, dude.
Yeah, this dude's big too. Oh, shit.
Come on, Carver. Come on, Carver.
Oh, what?
No, 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 no.
Oh, shit. Oh, God. Holy shit.
Nobody said there's gonna be fucking sledgehammers.
Brutal. That was so brutal.
The way that the blood splatters onto the camera screen, it's like, really makes you feel it.
I'm walking out of here with her. To whatever extent you think you have leverage enough to extort something from me over it, I'd reconsider.
5 minutes. You listen to what I have to say for 5 minutes, and she's yours.
Clock's ticking.
If you stop to ask yourself why they want her so badly, Max fucked us. If it wasn't for her, we likely take Nassau whole. No fight between you and I. Now, one would think we could go a long way towards soothing all that chaos out there. And the anger driving it. If we could draw everyone together to see justice done to the one responsible for all of it. Did they not hold their trials in her tavern? Did she not finance the regime directly? You don't think I could sell that out there? Because Eleanor Guthrie knows I could. That's why the first thing she asked for the moment those gates closed behind her was Max. That's how valuable she could be. You know as well as I do, the only reason he wants them free is because the only soldiers in town are mine. And the prisoners in the fort are likely to still follow his...
I'm going to stop you right there. From the moment he began concocting this story, I knew it was with an eye towards pushing him out. Separating the two of us so you
could... The two of you? How long ago was it that the two of us agreed that Flint threatened to be the end of us all?
That's also true.
They would find ways of driving us over and over again. We survived him, and now you want to follow him into what? A massive slave revolt? A war against the British Empire? How is this not just the next storm in a very long line of them?
I mean, he's got points.
You told me once that the people he holds closest are the most at risk of being consumed by him.
He and I have discussed it at length, so I thank you for your concern.
Uh-oh, he's in the dark place.
I'm going to be just fine.
I'm not talking about you. I understand that you've come to care for her. Maddie.
Uh-oh.
I didn't think about that.
If anyone is at risk of being consumed by his need for this war, it's her.
I mean, he's got points.
I think Billy's doing a really good job. Like, John Silver's doing a good job of kind of like deflecting it.
Yeah.
But I think it's actually landing.
Yes.
Especially once he mentioned Maddie. I really like this version of Long John Silver. I think he's freaking awesome.
You've been living in our home for some time now. I don't imagine there's much about my husband and I that you don't know. With the debt he owes, he is going to be fighting this fight for the rest of his life. And for as long as he is chained to this place, then I am as well.
I wonder, ma'am, if he might want you to leave, especially when he learns of your current state of being.
Are you pregnant? She's fucking pregnant. Are you pregnant?
I fear there are things I may know about you that even the governor does not yet know.
Well, now you can't kill her.
Oh, shit.
You can't kill her now. You can't kill her.
I stay, and our child is raised amongst all this brutality. I go, and my husband is left alone to face it on his own. Amazing, this place. Somehow leaves no options other than to hurt the ones you love.
I really kind of think it'd be fitting if it wasn't actually Woods' kid and it was Vane's kid.
I think it's really
I know, but still. Oh, dude.
Any man stood a chance against him is dead. If we don't try something they ain't expecting, then we're all fucking dead. What are you suggesting? Any man. Absolutely not.
Is Stan suggesting herself?
You gotta trust me. He asks you for a name, you don't say shit, and you let him take me.
What?
Another name, Captain. Will you be choosing all I? Her.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, Anne. No, Anne. No! Oh my god, I love her so much. Anne, oh my god. No. Oh my god, Anne. Oh my god, dear.
Oh, shit!
Oh god. Oh god.
Oh, Jack.
Anne, are you okay? Oh, shit. That was very brutal.
This show doesn't hold anything back.
When Anne was recruiting spies in Port Royal, she met a man with an estate in the wilderness who uses convicts as laborers. Convicts he solicits from prisons in England. This man, we were told, found it profitable to offer his services to wealthy families, some of the most prominent in London on occasion, with a need to make troublesome family members disappear, never to be seen or heard from again.
What families?
I have no idea.
Wait, what? Why is he... Something. There's something. There's something there.
Billy told me I should worry that you will be Marty's end. Well, that's a smart thing for him to say if his intent is to split us apart.
The whole divide and conquer thing.
We are at our least rational when we're at our most vulnerable. If nothing else, this is a good reminder that, without a doubt, she is the point at which I'm at my most vulnerable.
Oh. Am I your most vulnerable?
truly significant event.
Absolutely.
If we assume that is real and here for the taking, wouldn't you trade it all to have Thomas Hamilton back again? I think if he knew how close we were to the victory he gave his life to achieve, he wouldn't want me to.
Dang.
You know the answer, Flint. Come on.
His father was just as dark as you say, but was unable to murder his own son.
Oh my God!
Surely he found a way to secret Thomas away from London. He didn't.
No! Oh my God!
Would you trade this war to make it so? It is some kind
Is he not really dead?
To choose one irreplaceable thing over another. And while Billy's motive to separate us is painfully transparent,
Oh my God, that'd be so good.
the closer we get to the end of this journey, the more the contradictions will accumulate, fusing issues we once thought were clear. I suppose the good news is that's how we'll know we're finally getting somewhere interesting.
Imagine.
That's why he asked which families do that.
Which families? Imagine.
Holy shit.
They could be together.
After you fled, the pirates sent warnings to the other estates that any violence done to the slaves in their possession for what happened here would be answered. The next morning, an answer was left by the gate, a sack filled with fingers. White fingers.
Oh.
They revolted. One of the men there started it. A man named Julius. Now he's forming an army out there.
Oh, shit.
Building strength. An army with designs on taking and holding Nassau, but with as much anger towards the pirates and anyone who would call himself friend to a pirate.
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh.
When it comes to these men, neither you nor Captain Flint are fully in control of them.
Damn it, Billy.
Then we will get control of them.
When you wage war on the world fights back. Your mother knew that. Best one can do is to find a place you can protect, build a wall, and save who you can.
This is so intense.
This is a lot.
So now we've got 3 factions, basically.
Right.
Wanting to take over Nassau. This is so insane.
A long time ago, you asked me to leave Nassau with you to avoid ruin. If I'd said yes, where would we have gone? I have no idea. If there was a way I could make things right here, I'd do it. You honestly say that you believe that Nassau will ever really be what you wanted it to be. But there may be a way that we can take something from it, if you'll help me.
Ma'am, shall I begin moving the guns to the beach?
Yes.
Yes, of course. Let me know when it's done. Would you like to tell me what it is you are preparing to do?
What was that look?
What is she gonna do? Is she gonna betray Woodes Rogers?
No. 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 That bitch? No, now she's pregnant.
I'm prepared to surrender the governor's remaining forces to you. Control of the fort, its guns, its magazine. The unconditional release of the remainder of your prisoners. All of it.
What is she playing at?
In exchange for the cash. I'm told it is hidden, buried in a secret place known only to Captain Rackham and the 2 of you. I get the cash and guaranteed safe passage off the island for everyone in this fort. And you get Nassau. As soon as the governor's ship is in range of the beach, this offer disappears. I will not undermine his position once the shooting starts. What do you want to do?
What the hell?
How would you see it done?
One of you surrenders himself and remains here to ensure these terms are honored. You send someone to retrieve the cash, and once it arrives, I take possession of it.
The answer is no.
I have had enough of this, and I am ready for it to end.
No. Trust me.
What the hell? The twists and the turns in this damn show are absolutely ridiculous.
Imagine if Thomas is fine and his dad just sent him away to never be found, but he's alive and they could be together again and it would be amazing.
I can't even wrap my head around what is happening right now.
Sorry, I'm all excited about the love part of it. But this is so fucked. So you now have 3 armies.
Mm-hmm.
Maddie is with Flint and Silver. You have Billy.
Well, Billy's technically with...
No, I know. I'm like, Billy is kind
You
of
got the
with
pirates,
them.
the slaves, and the English.
Yeah. I was going to break it down a little bit more, but okay, fine.
I mean, and because of Billy's actions, the pirates can't mend the relationship with the slaves. So now there's a bunch of very angry slaves who basically wants to kill everybody associated to any of this.
Rightfully so.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. And
you not only threaten me, you threaten my family, you beat us, you make us do shit we don't want to do. What the fuck? Absolutely, I get it.
yeah, and it's just, it feels like it's, even if they come to terms, I feel like that army is going to be like the ultimate wild card in this whole fight.
Right.
And
Because they don't want to be friends with anybody. They want this island, and they want everybody else that is not them to get the fuck off.
Yeah, seriously, can someone just post in the comments how many times Eleanor has flip-flopped on somebody?
I mean, technically she's not flip-flopping on him because she wants to take...
She wants to take the cash and run away with Max.
No, she doesn't want to take it with Max.
I think she does want to go with Max is in the fort.
No, I think she wants to take fucking Woods Rogers and say deuces, man.
I don't think so.
You don't?
I think this is a betrayal of him.
I think if they
Why are they putting the guns on the beach? To fire on his ship, right?
No, not to fire on his ship.
Fire on what then?
Anybody else.
I don't know.
The pirates that are trying to fire on them.
I feel like this is a Woods Rogers betrayal.
No, I feel like she wants to take the money and escape with Woods Rogers because they can't give the money back because they'll die because, they said that it was gone. They can't go to London because there's a debt owed. But what if they take the money to London and repay that debt, and then they can be like, hey, we're good. But you think she's going to run off with Max?
I think I got an immediate screwed this whole thing with Woods Rogers thing.
No, I don't think...
He's a soldier.
I know that he's going to want to stay and take care of it. That's I get your part.
That's the whole point is I don't see Woods Rogers just taking the cash and be like, all right, Nassau's gone. Let's go. Like, that's not him. We've seen a whole new side of him.
I know, but I feel like if they just take that money to London and repay debts, that they can live their life more comfortably in London.
Yeah, I don't see it that way. I don't think that's what he wants.
I get it, but...
I mean, we'll see how it plays out, but I think it's another Eleanor betrayal.
Especially the way that they were standing on the gates, like she did with Vane.
Yeah, 100%. It's just... What is... So now you obviously have to ask the question, what the hell is Flint thinking? Like, what is his play here? He just sacrificed himself. He just surrendered. So now he's got to rely on someone, Long John Silver, to go get the cash, because obviously it's not going to be Jack. Jack's kind of busy on another ship somewhere else.
I was hoping that Jack would make it back to Nassau before Woods Rogers, but...
I guess I'm having a trouble kind of wrapping my head around this whole plan. Because...
By the way, if you hear snoring, it's Uba.
Yeah, he's crashed out beside Nikki.
Snoring.
It's just... I'm trying to... Obviously, Flint's whole goal is to gain Nassau. And I guess this feels like a easy way of accomplishing that. Is get the cash. He's like, I'll surrender. They're not going to harm me, hopefully. And bring the cash. I go. They leave. We get everything. I guess that it's never that simple with this show, though. It's never. And especially now with the whole potential Thomas story kind of lingering. Like, it was hard to kind of read Flint's reaction to that Did he believe Long John Silver?
He's in denial.
Did he not think that that was possible? Like when Max shared that information and then John Silver was like, wait, what families do that?
See, I was thinking like, oh, maybe John Silver had a family.
Well, that's kind of, that was my first thought as well. But then the moment he brings it up to Flint, it's like, oh shit. It's Hamilton. Like, what?
How awesome would that be?
He's actually not dead and he's just
being cared
stashed
for.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Like, what in the hell? I mean, if he's alive...
But I think Flint is like, no, that's not true.
But if he gets confirmation that he is alive, how much of his motive changes in that moment then?
I don't know.
Some of these characters are really hard to read. They are all in such gray areas that you really don't necessarily know their motives and exactly where they're going. Every time we kind of feel like we're on a track for that, something like this happens in this episode where it's like, wait, what are you getting at? Like, what is your play here? And it just goes to prove it. I think Eleanor is betraying Woodes Rogers. You think it's her play to grab the cash and take him with her and go live happily ever after. It just shows
when you put it like that, I mean, it sounds like a dumb idea. I don't know.
But no, it just shows the complexity of the story and the writing, and that it might be one of the most unpredictable shows that we've ever watched.
Right.
Just the way they swerve you, and they don't put you on a track that is easy to predict. There's a lot of really awesome shows that have been very obvious with some of their kind of end games. I don't see this one at all. I have no idea where this is going.
No.
I just get the vibe because it's Eleanor. She's betrayed everyone that we've known her to be with. I don't know why Woodes Rogers would be any different. I feel like the conversation with Max was weird.
It was weird.
The fact that she brought up, like, where would we have gone? Like, why are you talking about that now while you're pregnant with someone else's kid? That's why in my brain, I'm like, she's like, fuck all of this. Mm-hmm. I don't want a soldier. I don't want a pirate. I don't want any of this. I'm done with it all. I'm going to take Max and whoever else and gone. So I just don't see Woodes Rogers being like compliant with that idea, which is why I feel like it's a betrayal.
Okay. I mean, the way you put it makes sense.
I mean, your idea...
When she's like, I'm done with this. I want it to end.
I just don't know. I don't even know if I could trust her in that moment.
No, right?
Like, she could be bullshitting Flint, and she could like strap him up and take him out to the courtyard and put him a noose around his neck. Like, for all we know.
True.
Like,
that's true.
She doesn't like. She had a group of people with her that weren't within the normal circle that we have seen, so we don't know what the hell they're doing. That's what makes this show so awesome. Is everyone's got a shit ton of stuff at stake.
Right.
And we have no clue where it's going because they constantly swerve the story.
Right.
And that scene with Anne was
brutal.
So insane. Just the way, like...
Well, that sledgehammer.
She is so badass.
She's not coming back from this, is she? When Jack was holding her face,
it didn't look good for her. I mean, the way he hit her in the body with the hammer, like that
and
would.
Her hands.
I mean, the hands are that's fixable.
But she was like crushing the glass.
You know why she did it?
Why?
I think she did it so that she could actually have a grip on it and wouldn't slide through her hands.
True.
But I think the hammer, like that big ass dude with that big ass swing to her body, like she's not big. She doesn't have a lot protection in her body. Like that's destructive to the insides of a human body. So I'm more concerned that she took that blow than anything else that she, like the cuts and all that stuff, that stuff heals for the most part. But that, like you can't, in that time, in that world, under those circumstances, with the people that are there, you can't fix inside. Cracked ribs, broken organ, like anything that's broken inside is done. And there's no, I would be shocked if that giant swing didn't end up killing her. Not right now, but
I hate it.
I mean, that was just so brutal. And I mean, she is, again, we just continue to see these folks step up, and she's just like, anybody who actually could handle him one-on-one is dead. Don't say a name. Let them pick me, and I'll be the one to do it. She sacrificed herself and was able to get, they were nice enough. They were gentle or not as brutal with her. They kind of let her move around a lot, like, and she was able to get her hands on the glass and cause the stabbing and then get the keys and throw it into the center. Like, she was able to wiggle her way through the situation, and she's so badass. Anne is insanely badass. And I mean, I hope that she survives this, but I just don't see it happening. Just because that dude was so powerful and he swung that hammer really, really strong.
Yeah, he did.
And that wasn't like a little baby hammer. That hammer was...
That was a Thor's hammer.
Huge.
Yeah.
So, yeah, well, we'll see. There's a lot of elements at play here. There's just a lot going on between just the whole Eleanor, Flint, John Silver situation. We've got Woodes Rogers coming back to Nassau. We've got a slave army running around wanting to attack. We've got Billy and his crew. We've got Jack, who now has a ship, who might be coming not that far behind Woodes Rogers.
Hopefully.
There's so many elements at play. It is just crazy. I can't wait to see. Like, I feel like I say that every episode, but I literally cannot wait to see where this goes because I have no idea and I can't wait.
How many more episodes do we have left?
6.
Okay.
I think. So, any other thoughts?
No.
All right, y'all. Leave your comments down below. We will see you guys later for the next one. Sorry for the loud Uba noises.
Kitty cat.
But, yeah, we'll see you guys later. Bye.